Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, dear friends, dear viewers. In today's video, we will analyze together games of Aravindh, who recently, maybe about 10-20 minutes, tournament was over, and he managed to score 6 points out of 9, and he won Prague Masters. And among the participants, we can see Nguyen Thai Daiwan, Sam Shankland, Guraledis, Pragnananda, Navarra, Le Quang, Anish Giri, Vincent Keimer, and Wei Yi. Yes, let's start with the games. Let me first order. What a problem are we having? It's a general problem for chase base, I guess. No, probably it was my side issues. Yes, knight f3, d5, g3, g6, bishop g2, bishop g7, d4, and here queen b3 move. Of course, here black also could take d5 takes c4, and yes, Nguyen went a5. Yes, already we can see that black does not have any problems. Yes, c takes d, a4, queen d1, c takes d, knight c3, and knight d4. And the idea is, as I know, after knight a4, queen a5 is coming. Yes. Yes, knight c3 takes with the queen, or b3, b5. Knight g5. Knight takes, pawn takes. h6. Knight h3. Yes. Knight d7, queen c7. And now just e6, knight d7, so bishop takes h3, bishop takes, and e6. Not the best decision by Nguyen, because now white is better after bishop g2. Most likely with the idea is to go e4. So rook b1 was played, knight d7, again bishop g2, rook b4, knight b6, queen b1, very logical play, and now knight c4 was possible, but most likely black didn't like bishop f4, rook c1, yes, again something like bishop g2, or even e4, so this, knight c4, why rook b7 is not working, just queen c6, this, and now black is already much better. So here, of course, we can criticize Aravindh. He had slightly better position after bishop g2 with the e4 ideas, and he just got his bishop on e1, and now it's a very unpleasant position for him. But he did not collapse and kept fighting. Bishop f8, bishop a3, rook b6, b5. No, I think they played. It's better for black. As for example, here h4 or knight c4 and then h4. Okay, this, eventually h4. Black is trying to find the best possible setup for the pieces, best possible squares for the pieces. But I think later on, as I remember, yes, again we can see e5, d takes c knight e5, bishop e2. Yes, many moves are possible, including b4. And yes, d5 pawn is hanging. Rook c5, for example. So queen f5. Now king g2 was possible, but Aravindh didn't play it. Yes, rook takes c3. And this is completely winning. Yes, takes, b takes c. This. And now just bishop d6 or bishop b8. Black is winning. And Nguyen took on e2. And game ended in a draw. Yes, let's see another games. Yeah, second round Aravindh is playing black pieces against Vincent, who I think won his first round game against Wei with the white pieces, and this is second white color for white pieces for Vincent. It was this and a6. Of course, here you should also study some e4 move. Yes, a6, a3, and he goes b5. Yes, a4, bishop b7, b3, the strongest. He goes this, b takes c, and goes b4. So simply 27-29 rated player with the black pieces from the opening allows opponent to get 0.50 and even more. Wow. So c5, of course, white can also play knight bd2, c5, stopping c5 ideas. And now knight c6. Yes, bishop c4 is possible. Vincent goes queen b3, e5, bishop c4, queen d7. Yes, but let's say here knight g5, queen g4, bishop f7, king d8. Not the easiest, of course, to play, and especially when you are not aware of that. So bishop b2, e takes d, and now e takes d would have been the best. Bishop d4 and knight e4. Black is already much better. So Vincent simply didn't react in a best way in a very complicated position and got close to very, very unpleasant position. Queen c2 and queen g4, great move. Bishop e2. This is already winning. Bishop e7, for example. So takes, not the best. And now b3. Nice tactical idea. Bishop g2, b takes c. Knight d2. Knight takes, bishop takes, king e2, bishop b4. Rook here. Yes, black is much better. G6. Rook d6. Rook takes. Knight d6. King b7. Yes, I think this, of course, no doubt, very unpleasant position, but here rook c2, rook e5. It's not like you are achieving a draw after rook c2, of course not. and you will be tortured and many moves, but at least small uh, uh, blunder, I would say. uh, it's just rook e5. Rook e5, knight c4 is coming, otherwise black is getting this very essential tempo and rook on e5. And now c5, and now rook h5, king b6, c4, king d2. Maybe here some knight d5, rook d2, but and now just f5. So this f takes c, rook e8, knight f5, king a5, c3, rook d8, and then knight e3, and then takes king a4, and here of course Vincent resigned. Yes, very interesting. He took some risks, and Vincent did not react in a best way. Yes. First couple of moves he found, like c5, queen b3, bishop c4, but then he started making some mistakes. Let's see. Yes, he is playing with the white pieces against Vei, and we are having yes, known position. Ragozin, queen b3, c5. This is known. Not much to say, and this is also known. Queen f4. I can just say that Dmitry Andreikin won against Gukesh before World Championship match in 2024. It was European Club Cup. Yes. King e7, g3. Here bishop c3 ideas are known. If let's say rook c3, queen b4 usually comes. e5, we see decent move. Takes. Yes, no doubt Aravindh always had intention to take with the pawn. Bishop e6, bishop g2, king f8, queen h4, king g7, knight d2. Yeah, something like queen a3, short castle, rook a d8. Queen e7 by Vei, bishop c6, and g4. Still nothing for white. Rook g8, knight d4, bishop d5, knight g3, threatening knight f5 or knight h5, king h8. Only move, short castle, bishop a2, c4, yes, queen e6, h3, rook g6, rook fd1. Yes, here just bishop takes c4. Yes, very interesting play by Aravindh. He's pawn down and he's ready to sacrifice another one, but of course white is having problems with the king side. So f5 and yes, huge and decisive mistake. Rook d8 was there. Rook d8, queen d8, and then queen a5. But Aravindh goes f3, and now again f takes g, h takes g, f5. So this, and now rook d8. Again e4 is stronger. So takes, h takes g, and now e4. So takes, king f2. Yes, white is two pawns down, but white is dominating. Here's bishop d5, and after e4, bishop b3. So Vei went bishop b5, and this is already lost because your bishop is completely out of the game. Knight e4, and now f5. Again, instead of knight e4, rook h1 or knight f5 was working. Yes, this rook h1, and now queen e7, and now check, and now queen d2. This maybe not the strongest. Yes, here eventually Vei got hopes. And yes, just king g7, but Vei did not manage to I'm sure he saw king g7, but he simply did not play it. King g7, rook d8, queen e6. So he played this, and now check, and now rook d6, and now just takes. Yes, of course, f takes g, check, and now check, and simply king g3. You cannot take on e2, otherwise knight f6 is coming. Yes, many mistakes by VE, but generally very well played game by Aravindh. And then we are having Aravindh against Sam Shankland. It was this line. So he had another white pieces. First game he had white pieces. Second he had black, and then second round he was playing against Vincent, and then third and fourth rounds white pieces. So this is known, and b6 this is also known. And now d4, c takes the queen, d4, bishop b7. Yes, which moves are possible? e5, bishop e3, short castle. And now e6. Knight d2, bishop e3, rook d1. Queen c7. And now knight d2 is possible, bishop e3 or bishop g5. Knight g4. Bishop g5. h6, bishop h4. Rook c8. Yes, now rook a3, bishop g3, h3. Yes, and I'm not sure about this rook d2. Something like bishop g3 or queen e3. Yes, again, knight c4 or d5, and Sam goes d5. Yes, here e takes d was possible. E takes d, bishop c5, queen f4, g5, knight g5, h takes g, bishop g5. I remember I was following this game online, and I thought that in such a form Aravindh will go for this line, but somehow it played little bit safer. Yes, bishop takes d4, bishop takes c7, bishop c3, it takes here rook c7. Black does not have any problems. Bishop d5, black is maybe very slightly better. Knight c5 was possible. But I'm sure already Sam was happy that he doesn't have any problems. And yes, he was maybe trying to get something. Bishop c4 takes, and this is unpleasant position, like slightly unpleasant, but of course with the precise play, white should achieve a draw. Yes, knight c5 maybe was better slightly, something like this, and now h4, king f6 check, king goes g7, and now rook c3 this, rook takes, and here 3 pawns against 4, Aravindh without much problems during the game. Yes, of course not much. Game ended in a draw. So 3 points out of 4. And let's see. Yes, and he faced Prague. That was Berlin with rook e1. Yes, hard to say why exactly Prague decided to play this line. Yes, so somehow I don't believe Prague came to just make a draw, to play very solid. And g6. I don't know, maybe they started working together. But somehow I don't believe. Yes, black does not have any problems. Yes, you can go many other moves. Yes, and of course, game ended in a draw. Yes, even without black's pawn on f5, uh, white cannot win this position. So 3.5 points out of 5. And next game, he played against Le Quangliem. Yes, knight b7, this, and now c5. C takes d. Other move is d takes c, d takes c, I guess. C takes d, knight takes d5. Bishop e7, knight e7. Yes, here white is having d takes c, bishop b5, and bishop e2. Bishop e2 was played. It's b6. Yeah, short castle you should play at some point. Bishop b7, d takes c, b4. Yes, knight d7 or knight e4. Takes queen a4. Maybe some pressure. b5 and rook c1. And then bishop f3. And then queen b8. So this, h3 rook c5. Knight d5. Yes. We can say that Le Quang with the black pieces managed to achieve a draw to equalize the game quite easily. Yes, and this was very important game, of course. Bishop f4, and here different moves are possible. Actually, knight f6 computer doesn't like. Yes, c6, e3, bishop f5, and this is already some advantage for white. It was bishop f5, and here queen b3. Knight c6, g4, knight f3 was played. Short castle or c6. Knight h4, bishop g4, queen c2. Yes, knight h5 is possible move. h3, bishop e6. Yes, knight h5, h3, bishop e6, knight f3 takes, knight d7. And now h3, bishop e6. Yes, bishop d3 or knight f3. Knight d4. Bishop d3, f5. And this is much better position, or slightly better position for white. 0.40. Yeah, something like short castle, queen b3, king h8, 92, a5, just a3, or even 95, takes, bishop f6, f3, 96, g4. Yes, here g4 too early. You are just better after b3. Yes, g4, knight c4 or bishop e5, queen e7, g3, g6. Black does not have any problems. Black is even slightly better, and rook e1, huge inaccuracy because takes, knight f7, g takes f, queen h4. So this, queen h4, f takes g also was working, f takes g, h takes g, bishop g4. Yes, queen h2, f takes g, h takes g, king g2, and here knight g5. Very nice tactical idea, f takes g, and now d4, with the ideas bishop d5. So takes. Not very easy, I would say, but f4 is coming, bishop d5 is coming, g takes f, rook e3, f4, rook f3, f takes g, bishop e4, rook takes f3, bishop f3, rook f8, threatening rook f3, and now rook f4, rook takes f3, now this, and punish resigned. So after this win, it's simply 5 points out of 7, and next game against Navarra, again Berlin and c3. Yes, we can see that engines are saying black is even better, but what's wrong with computers? What's wrong? No, something is definitely e4, e5, knight f3, bishop e7, bishop f1. Yes, very standard. Yes, never seen this evaluation before. Standard Berlin with rook e1, and engines are showing black is already better. Yes, d4, bishop f6, rook e1, rook e8, c3, takes. Here knight e8 is possible, knight f5. Maybe he really came to play very solid. Hard to say, but here we see that David Navarra doesn't react in the best way. And now g5, takes, knight d2, bishop e7, bishop f4, not the best move. Yes, knight e4, f5, knight g3, king g7 was played. And now g3, g3, d5, g takes f, d takes c, f takes g. Why? Let's see, played this, d5, again, d5 not the strongest, g3, so knight g3, bishop takes. Yes, of course, here not much was happening, just game ended in a draw. And the final round against Gurel. So it was e4, c6, d4, d5, e5, bishop f5, g4. Yes, Aravindh had problems. Yes, not huge problems, but unpleasant positions, some problems. But he managed to make a draw, and Prague, who was just having a half point less than Aravindh, lost with the black pieces against Anish. He played very sharp King's Indian defense, but Anish was well prepared, and from the opening he got some pressure and then managed to win that game. So once again, very big congrats to Aravind, and after this success, his number, if I'm not mistaken, we can even maybe check. Okay, I think he's number 14 in the world. 1-4. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, to my Twitch. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. Thank you very much, and some upcoming, some more recaps will come. Thank you very much.